question. Why is it always when I'm in an absolute hurry, which might be why I had this problem, why is it when I'm in an absolute hurry, I end up getting a flat tire? Funk that! But at least I made it to happy hour on time. If there was an opposite of funk dat, it would be the fact that I made it to happy hour on time. How about love dat? Mm-hmm. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
You know he's right.
Doors closing.
Hi, this is Ryan Hoppy's mom, and you're listening to Happy Hour.
Welcome back to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppy.
Yes, now. What? Now. If I hit this button, boom, the whole program's gonna start. Okay, well, hit it. All right.
Happy Hour starts in 4, 3, 2. Happy. This is Happy Hour with Happy.
Where we at?
Always going in, never doubt it. Never worry about the dollar. Need a source or trending topic. We the hottest, search about us. Competition microscopic, never copied. I'm a giant rolling weed up, now we flying. H-O-P-P-E. 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 You already know Happy Hour in your system.
Oh, yeah. You know what today is? It's frickin' Friday! I'm in a weird mood. So last night, I started laying down around 6 p.m. and I watched the Indiana Pacers blow out the Oklahoma City Thunder, and every single NBA conspiracy person will say, oh yeah, you know what I mean? This is a part of the script. It really does seem to be that way. But that was an interesting game because Halliburton was balling out. And we'll get to that later. But today is also National Stomachache Day. National Vanilla Milkshake Day.
Welcome back.
Welcome to the show.
Take time today to indulge in a sweet treat. It is National Vanilla Milkshake Day.
How about vanilla? Let's get vanilla.
Beware, possible brain freeze ahead.
We're celebrating the base of all milkshake creations.
Celebrate National Vanilla Milkshake Day.
Vanilla?
Oh, come on. Vanilla is a girl's flavor.
No.
Okay, vanilla milkshake, just a vanilla milkshake.
All right, everybody in position. It's the 1980s era Lakers, and by that I mean showtime.
All right, I'm telling you right now, we could not do this Friday edition of Happy Hour without abruptly turning off this music and playing this legendary scene from Friday.
I know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday.
Yeah.
You ain't got no job. And you ain't got shit to do.
This is not headline news. It's the first day of summer. Summer, one of my 4 favorite seasons. Self-driving taxi service Waymo plans to conduct testing in Manhattan. They'll be specially programmed to hit the brakes when a New Yorker yells, "Hey, I'm walking here!" McLovin from Superbad turns 36 today. If you're wondering if he's done anything of note since then, the fact that we're still calling him McLovin from Superbad should tell you.
I don't like this announcer sometimes with these not headline news skits. It feels like he's singling out millennial actors. Like, you don't ever see him making fun of boomers.
Kroger is giving away 92,000 pints of ice cream to celebrate the first day of summer. Looks like we've gone from brat summer to fat summer. And a new Wonder Woman is in the works. To make sure people see this one, Disney's calling it Wonder Woman and Stitch. This is not headline news.
They've had better days, but that wasn't bad. It's still funnier than Kimmel or Seth Meyers or Fallon.
The LA Lakers have been sold for a record $10 billion. $10 billion for the Lakers. Meanwhile, the Utah Jazz are on eBay and nobody's bid anything.
Man, whoever is riding for Jimmy Fallon's on fire.
Buss family is selling the Lakers after 46 years. They've owned it since 1979 when Dr. Jerry Buss bought the team for $37 and a bag of cocaine. This sale is reported to be valued at around $10 billion. The Celtics sold in March for a then record $6 billion. Should have waited till June, I guess.
Wow. Friggin' funny! Not at all, man. That is just not funny.
Transportation officials in Massachusetts announced they've selected an Irish convenience store company to rebuild and operate 18 rest stops along the Mass Pike. So if you thought Mass drivers were bad before, wait till they start serving Guinness.
Tinder just added a new feature that lets users coordinate double dates. So now you can meet 3 people you don't like.
Stop. Still better than a lot of the other shows. By the way, I keep doing that thing where I breathe into the mic. It's really got into my head. That's the blessing and curse of when you get famous in the Bubba the Love Sponge army world. Is they will critique everything. And they said that I breathe a lot. Like I just did that purposely, but you know what I mean.
Hey ladies, want to get as clean as a model in a TV soap commercial? Then get new Shoulder Soap. You've seen it in all the TV commercials.
Wow.
Women lathering up only their shoulder. Like this. It feels so good.
That sounds dirtier than it is. What about this?
Today's show is brought to you by...
Oh my God! Why does everything have to have copyrights? Are radio shows just allowed to like air things with music? It was going to be about the sound effect of copy or the sound of flip-flops, but literally they had Margaritaville in the background. What are we doing here? A New York City artist spits and pulls woman's hair on a Southwest flight.
Let go of her hair.
Y'all see me.
Let
You
go.
know what's going on.
Let's put her on
It's
the
just
ground.
retarded. Yeah, put me on the ground. Put me on the ground. Look at this fat lady. Look at this fat She can't even, look, you can't even see her stomach. It's horrible. Look at her outfit. Look at this fat
You know that woman's awful to date. I know, good. Some woman went into a Kroger in Atlanta and had some critiques of their Juneteenth cake.
Who made this? I wish it was a manager here because y'all decorate everything else around here cute. But for Juneteenth, you want to just throw something on a freaking cookie cake and expect someone to buy it? Free at last. Really? I'm going to be in here bright early in the morning to talk to somebody about this because this is unacceptable.
That is a little bit too much time on your hands when you're getting offended over a cake. Although I do think there's a lot of confusion about Juneteenth because all the racist people and most of the MAGA people don't want to admit that it's a holiday. But I think it could be a really fun holiday. But unfortunately, this place we live in, known as America, was built on racism. So it still exists. In Detroit, a county worker was overpaid $1.6 million.
I'd be very concerned about what's happening with payroll in the county. Certainly, that's an incredibly big mistake.
Sometimes things slip through the cracks. They shouldn't.
No excuses for it. That kind of thing can't happen. I think there are a lot of errors that went on. What I can tell you is there are multiple fail-safes, theoretically.
I don't know what I would do if my job accidentally paid me $1 million. I think I would probably leave the country and never be heard from again.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Happy Hour will be right back.
What up? That was so annoying. Hi. This is Happy Hour. I'm your host, Ryan Hoppe. Hanging out with you and you. And don't think I forgot about you for the next hour. This following segment has been brought to you by DZBZ Honey at DZBZHoney.com. When I tell you they got the best adult-age CBD honey around, a man of my words. Comes in the form of a lollipop. Lick the lollipop, the rapper. A honey stick or a jar of honey. However the hell you want to get high. I go there and use promo code HOPP. DZBZHoney.com. Here's the thing. I don't have a funk dad, so I dedicate the fact that I didn't get a funk dad for this segment. Funk dad!
In your heart, you know he's right.
Doors closing.
Now, something completely different.
Whatever.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Happy Hour!
Hey, what's up? This is Eddie Volkman from the Eddie and Jobo radio show, and you're listening to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
If you're easily triggered, now's your chance to leave. Welcome to Hoppe Hour.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Happy Hot Topic!
In your heart, you know he's right.
Today on TMZ.
Okay, since we are in earthquake country, there is a seismic crack in MAGA.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's getting separated. It's almost like you can't trust Trump. And then you have this freaking mutant, Tucker Carlson, who I can't stand. He's got a little bitch voice.
Tucker Carlson went scorched earth on Senator Ted Cruz.
How many people live in Iran, by the way? I don't know the population.
Who has a worse voice, Ted Cruz or freaking good old Tucker Carlson?
You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government.
You're the one who claims
about the country.
Tucker Carlson does not want us involved in Iran. Tucker and Ted Cruz were both big parts of the MAGA movement. They are not only split, but Tucker is angry.
Orlando Bloom will be heading to the wedding of Lauren Sanchez and Jeff without Katie, and this is amid rumors that their relationship is on the rocks.
Of course it is. Who the hell would want to be married to that hag? I don't care how pretty and how good looking you are. You're annoying.
Imagine being at the wedding if you're newly single.
It's where you meet somebody.
It's a wedding. It's a one-night stand. People hook up and that's it.
My wife and I met in a wedding. I was a groomsman. She was a bridesmaid.
Oh, wow.
She's like, I thought it was a one-night stand. You stuck around.
Never left. Caitlin Clark was playing against the Connecticut Sun, and things got heated.
Yeah, these broads are so jealous of her. Shut up.
Get into it a bit here. There's so much raging jealousy over Caitlin Clark.
I have never heard the word jealousy being brought up in a man's league.
In the men's league, they all make a lot of money, but these people are getting substandard pay, and one person gets millions.
I'm jealous of your paycheck too, but that doesn't mean you get physical and stuff.
Well, I also work a lot harder than you.
That is true.
A guy here in the U.S. proposed to his AI partner.
I think
loser.
This is actual love.
What AI platform? Because ChatGPT told me that they wouldn't marry me.
I've seen all the guys you've been with.
I think you drink a little too much.
You know, she's a bust down.
For natural blondes.
Okay, you guys done?
And now it's Orlando Bloom in
RSVP for one baked salmon at Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's wedding, please. But also, can I take this chicken piccata because she ain't going?
Oh my God, can you imagine being at Jeff Bezos' wedding and how freaking nauseating and how freaking fake it must be?
So we've been told that Orlando will be going to the extravaganza in
That's good.
Venice without Katie, and this is of course amid rumors that their relationship is on the rocks. But
of course it is. Orlando Bloom is having a midlife crisis. He knows he can do better. He's embarrassed to be around her after she made an asswipe of herself doing that astronaut thing.
On the other hand, she is in Australia. She's touring. She's got 15 sold-out dates.
Yeah! All right, whatever. I'm getting a little nervous about that music in the background. I am always walking on eggshells here. At any moment, I could be struck by the copyright gods. You know, we're just over here walking on eggshells. Trying to get an eggshell cracking sound effect. We're just over here walking, and that could be the copyright gods striking me. How do you think it feels? Even though we're on a new platform, so we should be fine. But at any moment, these videos could add a sound effect or music that gets copyright. Then I'm over here. I think you get the point.
Justin Baldoni scores a minor victory in his ongoing legal battle with Blake Lively.
Hell yeah! You go, Justin. You bring down this dirty, rotten broad.
A New York judge rules that messages between the actress and pal Taylor Swift are relevant to the case, allowing Justin's legal team to have access to them during the discovery process. However, a protective order has also been put in place over any correspondence between Blake Lively and Taylor Swift to prevent leaks to the press. Judge Louis L. Lyman writes in an order filed on June 18th and obtained by E! News. Lively herself has identified Swift as someone likely to have knowledge about complaints or discussions.
Yeah, she just seems like the freaking worst.
Regarding the workplace environment on the set of It Ends With Us. The judge continues, given that
I wish this case would just end with us. So freaking sick of it.
Lively has represented that Swift has knowledge or complaints or discussions about the working environment on the film, among other issues. The requests for messages with Swift regarding the film and this action are reasonably tailored to discover information that would prove or disprove Lively's harassment and retaliation claims.
Man, you just see this footage in the video. I know this is an audio podcast, so it doesn't really translate. But she's just walking around thinking that she's better than everybody. You poop in the morning too, honey. You're not that important.
Blake Lively is suing Justin Baldoni for sexual harassment, accusing the director of creating a hostile work environment on the set of their 2024 movie, It Ends With Us.
All right, we know that. Earlier in the year, it felt like that was the most important thing ever, and then we all got to talk about it, and now I don't care. This happened in Chicago. A guy got tossed from Wrigley Field for climbing the net to get a baseball bat.
1-0, look out. Oh boy, Churio out of the way. South Frelick, and it's stuck. Sir, be careful, please.
Easy now, fella.
Sir!
Sure, every baseball announcer I saw was like this.
Now he's a hero.
Yes.
He's being ushered out.
No!
There they are, boom.
I mean, he got excited.
Whatever, there you go. Mike The Situation did a Zoom call with TMZ. He says a new show is dropping, helping addicts recover with his wife, Lauren. What is she going to give them head and they're all hanging on? How is your wife going to help? I'm not saying your wife's not capable of helping people, but when I think of recovery, I think of Mike The Situation's wife. The hell is this? 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. All right, here we go. Here is Mike The Situation, baby.
If Mike The Situation can clean his life up, and it was definitely a mess.
Yeah, it was.
Then pretty much anybody else can too as well.
That's good.
So me and my wife are teaming up. Okay.
Okay, I got that Jersey accent.
And we're going to be going door to door to course correct an addict's life from active addiction into recovery. I will be speaking to both the person that is suffering from the disease of addiction, and my wife will be speaking to the family.
Yeah.
And we have a big team that it's all happening. So
that's good. I'm glad it's happening. Because when I think of happening, I think of Mike the Situation.
I'm so excited because I'm about to roll up, okay, in the SWAT vest, okay, with this hair, okay. I'm about to roll up with this hair, with the SWAT vest on, and it's probably going to have my little tag called St. Michael. And I can't wait to just throw my hat in the ring and fight for those that are not fighting for themselves. Yeah, I've turned my pain into purpose. And right now, I feel like I have so much power behind me with this project. And I feel like the streets are behind me. I feel like the fans and the viewers and people that have grown up with me, they're just so inspired and so proud with,
It really is weird to think, and I know older generations might not get this, but we really grew up with him. He might be the reason why I partied so hard in Cleveland. That was cool. What I'm saying is, when we were growing up in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, we did something called Jersey, where we'd watch Jersey Shore. And it made us all want to party, along with that EDM movement of like LMFAO and David Guetta.
What I've done with my life in the past 10 years. And now, like I said, this is the next chapter for me.
That's good. I'm happy for you, Mikey. You know I am. 856-49 happy. That's 856-494-6773. So last night I was freaking worn out, man. I thought, you know what I'm going to do? That was gross. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stay home because I was at the chill room after recording Happy Hour and calling out that little bitch-ass comedian known as Dimitri Fields. Oh, no, you need to go see him at Side Splitters on Sunday. He needs the ticket sales. That little freaking twat and a half. Well, here's the thing. I was burnt out, man, having to call out Calton and all that. So I laid down from 7 p.m. till like 10 a.m. And the first 12 hours, I was hanging out with my kid. She was loving it. She was all purring on me. Being kid, being funny. This morning, she wanted to be fed. And she wouldn't shut up. Kind of like her owner. And I fed her, and then she hid behind a washing machine. Like, see you, Luna. I think you're a little sick of me being there for so long. The saddest part about Luna's life is the amount of girls she's met when I brought a girl back to the apartment and banging them out. It's always the most crude way to describe having sex with a girl. Rover did that. Banging them out. It's like, ew. The grossest one is I effed the S out of her. It's like, do you hear what you're saying? Unless you're into the back door, that ain't it.
Singer Chris Brown's pleading not guilty in his London assault case. The Grammy-winning artist is accused of attacking a music producer in a London nightclub 2 years ago.
Yeah. That is a real sociopath. To go back to the country that you have a warrant in. Or it also could be kind of gangsta.
Foreign correspondent Maggie Ruley's following the latest for us from London. So, Maggie, what are prosecutors saying about...
What up, baby? I can't wait to hear this London accent.
...this alleged attack? And what happens now that Brown's entered this not guilty plea?
Hey, Diana, well, all those charges stem from...
No! There's not a British accent! You can still sit on my lap, though.
From that incident about 2 years ago in February of 2023, where prosecutors allege that
about 2 years ago, it's more than 2 years ago,
Brown attacked a man unprovoked in that nightclub in London.
Whatever.
They then say he chased him to another area of the nightclub after hitting him allegedly with a tequila bottle, where Brown and another man repeatedly assaulted this victim.
That's
now,
good.
Brown just today pled not guilty to those charges of assault. He's also being charged with having an offensive weapon, that tequila bottle. Now, Diana, we have to remember this might not be Brown's first run-in with the law. If you remember back in 2009, Brown pled guilty to assaulting his then girlfriend, Rihanna.
I'm not saying that shouldn't get brought up, but of course it's a female reporter bringing it up. Although it should be brought up. That really was the end of his reputation. People don't realize, I mean, a lot of these Gen Z listeners of mine were like 5 years old when that happened. But he was on top of the world. He was being played everywhere. And then that just kind of, put a little bit of a damper on his reputation, I'd say. It's not always good when you beat the crap out of a woman in a car.
Everyone's watching this trial. What's next? The trial's set to begin in a few months. And until then, Diane, he's actually keeping busy, still having his concerts here.
Hell yeah, he's coming to Tampa. I'm really hoping I get to go.
The UK.
How is this impacting his tour? He can just carry on for the most?
Yeah, honey.
Yeah, exactly, Dan. This is what's really interesting. As he awaits trial, he was having to give over his passport to the UK government, but they're giving it back to him for specific tour dates. So
that's good.
He was able to perform in Amsterdam, obviously leaving the country earlier this month. He had a concert in Manchester over the week.
I'm at the party, banging out those slutty girls in Britain.
And at that concert, he actually thanked fans for coming out and supporting him, even thanking the jail, saying he was having a nice time there.
He was a celebrity there. Like how we heard that Harvey Weinstein, it's a life of the party in prison.
Almost making light of it. Of
course he's making light of it. He's a sociopath. That's what they do. They make light of things. Can you believe? Now, a lot of my younger listeners might not remember this, or you might be the same age as this kid. Remember the balloon boy? Where supposedly in 2009, this kid was just floating in the air in a balloon. Well, that was 16 years ago, and there is now a documentary coming out about it. That was a weird time. We were all talking about it in the hallways of high school. It always makes me feel weird. It doesn't feel like 2009 was that long ago. That would have been like talking about 1993 and 2009. We're getting older, man. You know how I know we're getting older? Because I have back pain.
Meantime, Lakeland police arrested a man with several felony warrants after he bragged on social media that the sheriff's office could not catch him.
Moron! And of course this has to happen in Polk County where Grady Judd does this stuff. I can't stand Grady Judd. Small dick energy.
In a Facebook comment on Sheriff Grady Judd's Fishing with Judd event, Aaron Johnson said, quote, "Y'all too busy fishing. That's why y'all didn't catch me when I left my grandma's house today. I should have waited a bit longer. Y'all accepted the challenge, right?" The sheriff's office responded saying in part, quote, "No worries, we will find you."
Duh.
Well, check this out. Lakeland police helped track Johnson down.
Probably a 24-year-old African-American male, and the cops are taking selfies. You know they wouldn't do it if it was a MAGA supporter.
Posting this picture on Facebook saying he was personally delivered to deputies at...
God, I can't stand cops. I know you're doing your job. But God, they're freaking annoying, man. They just think they're so cool. I'm a cop. Wow. While you're out patrolling the world, you're getting cheated on, bud.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHappyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day. Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by Fortify.com. FORTIFEYE.com for the best pre and post workout around. At checkout, use promo code RYAN20 to save 20%. This is being brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts at AmirAcademy.com. 2700 22nd Street North. And that's in St. Petersburg. Women's self-defense classes, kids classes, MMA classes, whatever the hell you need. Or go to Amir Academy of Martial Arts at AmirAcademy.com. WestChasePrinting.com, the best printing company in all the Bay Area. Business cards, posters, yard signs, whatever the hell you need. I'll go there. On the invoice, tell them I sent you. CounselingOnCall.net. Do you need help with your mental health? Are you freaking mentally ill like me? And you live in Florida or Maryland? CounselingOnCall.net. Tell them I sent you. And finally, Rich Cayley, Master Barbershop at RichKBarber.com. When I tell you he is the best barber in all the Bay Area, I'm a man of my words. 4545 West Kennedy Boulevard. And that is in Tampa. All right, we're going to come back on Happy Hour. Keep this party going. But first, question. Why is it that all the NBA fans say that the NBA is going downhill? But then when there's actually a good NBA series, no one's watching it. You're a bunch of cloud chasing morons. You're a bunch of casuals. Man, funk that.
In your heart, you know he's right.
Doors closing.
Now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Happy Hour!
What's going on? It's Biggie from the Two Guys Named Chris show, and you're listening to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hi, this is Chris Dam from the Two Guys Named Chris show, and you're listening to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, it's Chris Kelly from the Two Guys Named Chris show, and you're listening to the Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Boom.
Best podcast going.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Happy Hour.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Happy Hot Topic!
My own sister is homophobic and transphobic now.
Mike was off. I did that once a show. Oh, jeez!
Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards' daughter Sammy slams her sister Lola amid family feud.
I love how the girl that's on OnlyFans is shaming her family when she should have shame for being on OnlyFans.
In her ongoing estrangement from her dad, Sammy Sheen calls out her younger sister Lola for
nothing like a Gen Z bisexual brat that has to announce all her family issues online. Shut up.
Allegedly blocking her phone number due to her support of the LGBTQIA+ community.
So
Sammy
long.
said in a June 9th.
Every day there's a new freaking letter. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. HOPPERADIO. Get it?
19th TikTok video.
My mom did an amazing job raising me and my sister to be very accepting of everyone's sexuality and gender identity and everything else under the sun. So that's why it is so sad for me to see that my own sister is homophobic and transphobic now.
Here's the thing. I am 100% for gay people. Woohoo! You know that. But a lot of times, people that are in the LGBTQ plus IA community, I believe that's it. Maybe I said it wrong. But in that community, there's a lot of people that are trying to force people to like gay people. Unfortunately, in this world that we live in, not everyone's going to like you. Trust me, I know about that. When you constantly are begging people to accept you, you're pushing them away.
The 21-year-old went on to allege that Lola blocked her phone number after she confronted her for resharing Christian podcaster Bryce Crawford's
He just seems like a freaking rich twat, let's be honest here.
posts, mocking people for celebrating Pride Month.
Anybody out there that is hating on Pride Month wants to go down on the same gender. If you're really that bothered by gay people, you probably are jealous that gay people are actually open and you're in the closet. Because it has no impact on your life.
And I wasn't going to take it to the internet,
But I did.
Has her reposts on, and they're public for everyone to see. And she has been reposting this man's stuff. And it disgusts me. I asked Lola if she would want to come to a pride party with me, and she laughed in my face. I also asked her how she would feel about me if I ended up marrying a girl.
Whatever. It's like my freaking ex ended up being with girls. Just do your thing and shut up. No one cares.
And she got really weird and was like, well, I mean, I guess I would come to the wedding, but I think every woman needs a man to provide for them.
That sounds like a conservative woman who's submissive because they don't believe in their own rights.
And while the reality TV personality said she's
You know when you just see a blonde and you can just tell they'd be a conservative moron, that's love.
really sad that her sister isn't an ally, she also expressed hope
I love that term, ally.
that she'd come around despite their months-long feud.
I'm an ally, I guess.
And I really hope she snaps out of this eventually.
I'm sick of hearing you. Hopefully you snap out of it, honey. So we all know that Caitlin Clark has a lot of haters in the WNBA. It's almost like the WNBA doesn't want to succeed. They'd rather not succeed than have the pretty white girl be the reason that they don't make it.
She's an irrelevant journeyman. She runs up to Caitlin after the whistle and
Her name's Marina, some player.
slams into her, knocks her down.
Yeah.
Obvious ejection. An obvious ejection. Marina Mayberry, look in the mirror. The reason that you're going to have any money before the end of your career is number 2-2. Nobody even knew who you were. Or
Yeah, no one knew any of these players besides Sue Bird and Candace Parker and Diana Taurasi.
cared about you till she got in the league. So cheap shot her like that. What are you, dumb? Boom. More importantly, the league, the refs, you're going to let people.
Yeah, they're like letting Caitlin Clark just get knocked to the ground by these bitches.
Take cheap shots like that over and over and over at the face of your league.
Yeah, good luck with that. Caitlin Clark just needs to create her own league. I guess Angel Reese has a boyfriend. Good for her. She posted a picture of flowers, and people were debating where she got them. Golden Girls co-producer recalls Betty White and B. Arthur's nasty feud. The C word came out. It's almost like Betty White was fake. You don't look at Betty White and go, oh, that's someone I want to hang out with. Yeah, she was funny. Yeah, she did her thing. By the way, the same WNBA, going back to that, I'm all over the place today because I got to be at work at 2, so I got to finish up the show fast, so even there's not going to be many segments. Before we get out of here, I want to let you know that the WNBA does this thing where they claim they want to be accepted. But then when people ask for autographs, bitches like the girl that plays for the Vegas team snub the fans.
The bus was right here.
We're going 2 hotels here.
Yeah.
Don't y'all
Yeah.
find that kind of weird? Low-key? Like low-key, come on.
A little, but I'm
She's asking, who's this player? I forget the one with the big butt. Yeah, she is mad that people are asking for autographs and says it's weird that people wait for that. You have fans and you want to sabotage it? You're a moron. No wonder your team takes a loss and only exists because of the NBA.
Don't y'all find that kind of weird?
No, I find it kind of weird that you don't want any fans, honey. Kelsey Plum, that's her name.
A little, but
I'm really turned off right now.
I'm just.
Of course. Trust me, your husband's turned off by you, honey.
The fan, though.
I know. I appreciate that.
You sign one. You put my name on it. Awesome.
I signed one.
That's what I get you.
Dumb broad. How can we ruin everything we have? By being catty bitches. And that's what they do. Iowa legend Lisa Bluter says that the WNBA needs to start treating Caitlin Clark better. Do you notice this trend that before Caitlin Clark, nobody was talking about the WNBA? Mm-hmm.
What's it been like to see her, she's early on in the second season, but hasn't really missed a beat from the Iowa days?
No, she hasn't. She adjusted to the WNBA with ease. And, I think everybody thought she was going to have an adjustment period that might be a little tougher, but obviously that hasn't been true.
A lot of eyes, she's bringing to the sport, the popularity, and I'm sure as a women's basketball coach, you are loving it as well. What has she meant to just the women's basketball game, at a national level?
Oh, she's changed it. I mean, the game has been changed because of Caitlin and the way that she plays the game and the way that people love her. So, I mean, she's changed the attendance. She's changed the viewership. She's changed sponsorships.
This is her college coach.
And so it's a completely different game than it was just even 5 years ago.
Yeah, people actually watching now. All right, enough of women's basketball. Nothing against women's basketball, but I don't have all a day out here. 856-49-HOPPY.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Justin Baldoni has been granted legal access to certain text messages between Blake Lively and Taylor Swift.
Those text messages are going to be frickin' dandy and juicy. Finally, my boy that I've never met and don't really know much about, known as Justin Baldoni, gets a legal win. Mm-hmm.
A federal judge denied a request from Lively's attorneys to keep her texts with Swift private in the actress's ongoing lawsuit with Baldoni. In a filing obtained by...
All right, I got to be careful with the music in the background. Soon we'll be free of copyright. But until then, I got to be careful. Drake lost some money betting.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Drake reveals the shocking amount of money he lost gambling.
It was $125 million. Again, there's music in the background. So I'm just afraid, man. We're being struck by the lightning that comes from the copyright god. Leave me alone. I'm just trying to do an entertaining show. 70 downloads. Or whatever. All right. What else do we have here? Tech founder pledges to leave $17 billion fortune to all 106 of his kids.
The co-founder of Telegram is pledging to leave his fortune to his 106 children.
That'd be dead.
Pavel Durov told The Point in a June 19th interview. He is the father to 106 kids.
Loser, but they don't love you then. Mm-hmm. You should go have a little bit of a train with good old Elon and see if you can create some more while you're at it. Because you're a freaking mutant.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day. Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. Let's go through all the sponsors right now. I never get freaking podcasts that begin their show with like 7 live reads or sponsors. I'm like, who's listening to that? If I were that sponsor, I'd be pissed off. But what do I know? A lot. This following segment has been brought to you by Cheeky Mouth Guards at getcheeky.com. When I tell you it's the best way to quit biting on the side of your mouth, I'm a man of my words. Getcheeky.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. Shimmerwood CBD drinks at shimmerwood.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. GetGoodFeels.com for good vibes THC drinks. Go to GetGoodFeels.com and use promo code HOPPY to save 20%. OldGlory.com for the best t-shirts around. Use promo code HOPPY to save 15%. Garden State Distillery Dirty Vodka. GardenStateDistillery.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 15%. Aspire Green Tea Drinks at AspireDrinks.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Afura Coffee. AFUERA Coffee.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. FSDrinks.com. For the best boba around, use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Oh, you're looking for the best beef jerky? BigForkBrands.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. And finally, are you looking for a good energy bar? QuantumSquares.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. All of these are on my website, RyanHoppyRadio.com, RyanHoppe Radio.com. I would hope you know how to spell radio. Or it's in my podcast section. So whenever you listen to Happy Hour like you are right now, in the podcast description is all of that. We're going to come back on Happy Hour and keep this party going and going. Question. Why is it that radio hosts think they can talk about me? But when I talk about them, they get mad. Fuck that! You don't like the taste of your own medicine. Talking about you. Mike Calta, Shane Rover French. Whatever. Bunch of mutants. Radio's dying anyway. Kind of like we all are in a way. You know what I mean?
In your heart, you know he's right. In your heart.
Doors closing.
Now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppy in the morning.
It's Happy Hour!
Hey, it's Abe Cannon from 98 Rock, and you are listening to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
There is no nepotism here. Welcome back to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah! I am officially off of Spreaker. Bye, bitch!
Wow! Happy hot topic!
A new law set to take effect in July aims to crack down on dangerous speeding.
This is in Tampa Bay.
Law will target those who choose to go 50 miles over the speed limit or more than 100 miles an hour. News Channel 8's Capitol Bureau reporter Mackenzie Laporte is inside the State House to explain the penalties drivers could face.
Some say the new law is a life-saving measure, hoping to crack down on extreme speeders.
Yeah, you got all the freaking mutants on 275 that are ass wipes. Usually it's broccoli hair, Gen Z, older Gen Alpha twats that are using their daddy's car.
But critics warn it could backfire, landing drivers behind bars for a split-second decision.
You can't drive 50 miles an hour over the speed limit and not think that's not excessive and it's dangerous.
Duh.
For those that choose to speed recklessly, a new law signed in by Governor Ron DeSantis.
And he loves signing laws because he's a scumbag.
Targets drivers going 50 miles over the speed limit or driving 100 miles per hour or more. A first-time offense lands you up to 30 days in jail and up to a $500 fine. And for repeated offenses, up to 90 days in jail and up to a $1,000 fine.
Now we need a tailgating law and people that go under the speed limit for as many fucking speeders as there are on the road. People go too slow.
Now, while the bill passed in both the House and Senate, Democrats say it's overly broad and will hurt everyday Floridians.
Why?
It's constitutionally overbroad. It is incredibly invasive. It's going to clog our court systems.
I mean, that is true. There's going to be a lot of arrests. I can see where he's going with that. Michelle Obama is glad she didn't have a son. Michelle Obama is just a catty old hag. She's mad that life passed her by. She's mad that she's older. And she's always got to bring down the man.
You should have threw a boy in the mix. I would. I'm so glad I didn't have a boy.
I'm so sick of hearing from her.
Michelle Obama says she's so glad she never had a son.
Whatever.
The former First Lady tells radio host Angie Martinez that she's more than okay with not having a son during the June 18th episode of her and brother Craig Robinson's IMO podcast.
Craig Robinson just seems like a cloud-chasing douchebag.
You should have threw a boy in the mix. I would. I'm so glad I didn't have a boy.
Craig, why does it matter, dude? You're talking about your sister having sex, bro.
Because he would have been a Barack Obama.
Oh, so you're saying you don't like your husband? That's pretty much what she's saying. What a just freaking twat.
Barack, it would have been amazing. Ooh, no, I would have felt for him.
She just Can you imagine if Obama said that? Oh, yeah, if he didn't have daughters. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I didn't have daughters. That's sexist against men.
Borrowed our boys.
Yes, I got plenty.
I can't listen to this. Making me mad. Mm-hmm. Speaking of speeders, here's the dash cam footage of Shedeur Sanders' traffic stop. People are hating on him for speeding. People were hating on Zach Edey of the Memphis Grizzlies for speeding in Indiana. And Sanders' speeding happened in Ohio. I'm not defending it, but I've gotten a few speeding tickets. When you're just trying to get somewhere and you got the young energy and you're just hanging out in your car, it's very easy to go fast, especially when you're in cornfields. Because he got in trouble in Medina County. Ain't anything happening in Medina.
Oh, what was the deal with the speed back there? You're doing 91 coming out of the 60 zone.
That's pretty fast. And it's one of those troopers wearing that hat. It looks like a cowboy. It looks like Don Imus.
Oh, I didn't get it. You floored down. I heard your truck rev up.
I didn't.
You got license, registration, proof, insurance on you?
Yeah, let's see here.
Yeah. Where are you guys coming from? Where are you heading to?
I love when a cop asks where you're heading to. Like if you're going to say, oh yeah, I'm going to pick up ecstasy. Like why would you tell him the truth?
Where's your house at? From Mississippi? Oh, weird. What's with the Mississippi ID? Okay.
I think Sanders is expecting the guy to know who he is.
You know who you are. That's fine. Oh, Sanders. Gotcha.
So he thinks he can get away with him.
Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. All right, well, you have to do 91 and 65.
The cop don't give a fuck.
65. You're coming out of the 69. You're at 65 when I got you. Okay.
I wonder how Dion feels about this.
All right, you got registration?
No wonder no one wanted to draft his loser son.
Insurance of the vehicle?
That is. So there's that, man. All right, there you go. Let's see here. MGK discusses the meaning behind his and Megan Fox's daughter's name saga. Sorry, it took me 2 times.
That's a Nordic goddess of storytelling, so I think that she has a storytelling future ahead of her.
MGK is revealing the sweet meaning behind his baby daughter's name. The rocker, who shares baby saga with his ex Megan Fox, appears on The Today Show June 20th to promote his new album Lost Americana, out August 8th. During the interview portion of his appearance, Craig asked the Bloody Valentine singer about the special meaning behind why he and Megan chose to name their baby Saga Blade Fox Baker.
I think, her journey, the 5 years of how kind of her culmination of coming, disappearing, coming back again, disappearing, coming back again. It's just, she is an epic story, and that's what saga means. And I'm also of Norwegian heritage, and so that's a Nordic goddess of storytelling. So I think that she has a storytelling future ahead of her.
That's good. We shall see. It'll be like 2050 when we find out. TJ McConnell's dad crashes his interview on NBA TV after last night's Pacers win.
What's the distance you need between you and your dad to yell at him for not being taller or not marrying somebody that was taller?
I mean, I know he's standing right there, but
my man, come on in here. Come on in here, Pops.
Unbelievable.
Who's more fired up
Come
right
on
now?
in here. I love Isaiah. I love him.
That's unbelievable.
Good to see you, man.
Unreal. He finds a way to get in there.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. The parents making it about them.
Pascal Siakam was locked in before Game 6. It looked like he was summoning a win to force Game 7 back.
Looked like he was getting some head, getting some head.
In OKC of the NBA Finals, he finished the Game 6 win with 16 points and a massive 13 rebounds, including this highlight play.
Cross-court Siakam for the slam!
There you go. He dunks the ball. Here is this cackling moron.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
I've tried everything.
Lizzo admits she tried Ozempic amid her weight loss transformation.
I might be the only one that liked Lizzo when she was bigger.
The singer shares she's tried Ozempic and other GLP-1 drugs, a class of drugs primarily used to manage type 2 diabetes
and for fat slobs to lose weight when they're lazy.
Obesity, before deciding that the method wasn't the most effective way for her to achieve her weight loss goals. She told host Trisha Paytas during a June 19th appearance on the Just Trish podcast,
I've tried everything.
All right, there you go. The other host really should hit Ozempic. Miley Cyrus playfully calls out Tish for unfollowing her.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Like, I went to go see B-Ray and, like, you did mysteriously unfollow me, Tish. Yeah.
Miley Cyrus is calling out Tish Cyrus for unfollowing her.
Good, your mom's a freaking maniac.
The singer and her mom are clearing the air over what really happened when Tish seemingly unfollowed Miley in May.
Yeah, she did. She's a brat. That's where Miley gets it from.
Shortly after Miley reunited with dad Billy Ray Cyrus amid speculation about a larger family feud. Miley says this on the June 19th episode of the Sorry We're Cyrus podcast.
Molly, why do you think your mom unfollowed you on Instagram?
I don't even want to say this next joke. I'm not even going to say
No,
it.
go ahead.
No, I'm not saying it.
What is it?
I'm not saying it.
Facetious?
Why do I think you unfollowed? What?
No, but that's fine.
She doesn't know what to say because she got caught.
Honey, like,
no.
Literally, they were all freaking out at the Mirandos thinking I
Southern accents, man.
really unfollowed you on Instagram.
Huh?
The Hannah Montana alum goes on to explain why the timing was so notable.
Now we know what it sounds like when she reaches the top of the mountain.
On Instagram.
Huh?
The Hannah Montana alum goes on to explain why the timing was so notable.
This is a true story. The timing was interesting.
The timing was interesting.
It was the worst.
If you were in the family or not in the family, it was weird timing.
True. That is true.
Like, I went to go see B-Ray and, like, you did mysteriously unfollow me, Tish.
Yeah, it was like...
And then you...
I can't listen to this. And there's this.
Dad smoking pot and everyone blaming me for it.
She's got that monotone, sociopathic voice.
Billy Cyrus recalls being blamed for her dad Billy Ray Cyrus smoking weed. According to the singer, she was blamed for smoking weed on the set of the Disney Channel show Hannah Montana, when it was actually her dad Billy Ray Cyrus who was flying high. During an appearance on the June 19th episode of Sorry We're Cyrus podcast, her mom Tish Cyrus asked about a core memory from Hannah Montana, which ran from 2006 to 2011.
What's a core memory from the Hannah Montana days that still makes you laugh?
Dad smoking pot and everyone blaming me for it. What?
I do remember.
It's hilarious.
I know. Oh my God.
He wasn't sharing because Tish wasn't token yet.
No, Tish. And they were calling me saying B-Ray was smoking pot, and I was saying absolutely not. He would never do that. It's Mitchell Musa.
Well, it was Mitchell. It was Mitchell Musa.
All right, I'm done with this. Can't take it. Blah, 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 blah. All right. This is Happy Hour. I am getting the hell out of here. Goodbye.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
And like that, he's gone.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it a day.
Happy Hour is now over.
Happy Hour is now over.
Game over.
This concludes our broadcast day. Good night, and God bless America.
Doors closing.